Have you ever felt manipulated, deceived, or even controlled without realizing it? That's the power of dark psychology. Today, we'll explore ways to understand dark psychology and, more importantly, how to protect yourself from it. Let's shed light on this dark topic. First, what is dark psychology? Dark psychology refers to the study of how people use manipulation, coercion, and psychological tactics to influence or control others for their benefit. Unlike regular psychology, which aims to understand and help, dark psychology focuses on exploiting weaknesses in others. Key techniques include gaslighting, guilt tripping, and playing on fears or insecurities. The manipulator often hides their intentions, making it difficult to spot their tactics until it's too late. Understanding dark psychology starts with recognizing its foundational principles, such as power dynamics and emotional manipulation. By educating yourself on these methods, you can better protect yourself and others from falling victim to harmful influences. Have you ever doubted your perception of reality? Gaslighting might be at play. Gaslighting is a manipulation tactic where someone makes you question your memory, perception, or sanity. For example, a manipulator might deny events or facts even when they're evident, making you doubt your reality. This technique is commonly used in abusive relationships, workplaces, or even political settings. The goal is to destabilize you emotionally, erode your confidence, and make you dependent on the manipulator for validation. To counter gaslighting, trust your instincts, document interactions, and seek external perspectives from trusted friends or professionals. Identifying this tactic early can save you from prolonged psychological harm. Manipulators often play with your emotions to control your decisions. Emotional manipulation involves using guilt, fear, or sympathy to sway someone's actions. A common example is guilt tripping, where the manipulator highlights sacrifices they make to pressure you into compliance. This tactic works because emotions like guilt and fear can cloud judgment, making it harder to think rationally. Recognizing emotional manipulation requires clarity about your own emotions and boundaries. Once you identify the tactic, respond assertively and don't succumb to undue pressure. Narcissists are skilled at drawing you into their web of control. Narcissists use charm, flattery, and power dynamics to manipulate others. They often demand constant attention and admiration while dismissing your needs and boundaries. This creates a toxic environment where their goals are prioritized above all else. To protect yourself, recognize when someone's behavior consistently revolves around their self-interest. Establish firm boundaries and don't hesitate to distance yourself from individuals who disregard your well-being. Dark psychology often revolves around three core traits: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. These traits, collectively known as the Dark Triad, represent the psychological foundation of manipulative and harmful behaviors. These traits, collectively known as the Dark Triad, represent the psychological foundation of manipulative and harmful behaviors. Number 1 is narcissism, excessive self-love and lack of empathy. Number 2 is Machiavellianism, strategic, manipulative and deceit to achieve goals. And psychopathy, lack of remorse or guilt, often leading to impulsive or harmful actions. Understanding these traits helps you spot red flags early. For instance, a Machiavellian individual might manipulate team members for personal gain, while a narcissist might monopolize attention in a relationship. Do you know someone who seems overly strategic and cunning? They might exhibit Machiavellian tendencies. Machiavellianism is characterized by manipulation, strategic planning, and a lack of morality in achieving personal goals. People with this trait are often skilled at reading social situations and exploiting others to their advantage. For instance, a Machiavellian individual might manipulate workplace dynamics by spreading rumors to undermine competitors. They thrive on secrecy and deception, often representing a charming exterior to mask their true intentions. Protecting yourself involves understanding their tactics. Be cautious with the information you share. Maintain professional boundaries and focus on collaborative relationships built on trust. Avoid being drawn into their schemes by staying clear-headed and assertive. Fear can be a powerful tool for control. Are you being intimidated? Dark psychology often uses fear as a method to manipulate behavior. This can involve overt intimidation, such as threats, or more subtle tactics, like creating an environment of uncertainty. The goal is to destabilize your sense of safety and compel you to act in the manipulator's favor. For example, a manager might use the fear of job loss to push employees into unethical practices. In personal relationships, a partner may threaten to leave or harm themselves to maintain control. To counteract this, recognize the fear tactics being used and assess whether the perceived threat is real. Seek advice for trusted individuals to gain perspective and consider professional support if needed. Empowering yourself with knowledge and support reduces the manipulator's ability to wield fear over you.
Well viewers, if you didn't subscribe to our channel yet, please subscribe now.
Are you constantly made to feel guilty for standing your ground? You could be facing a guilt tripper. Guilt tripping is a subtle yet powerful form of emotional manipulation. It involves making someone feel bad for not meeting the manipulator's expectations, often to coerce them into compliance. For instance, a friend might say, "I've done so much for you, and you can't even do this one thing for me?" By playing on your sense of responsibility and morality, the manipulator secures what they want without considering your feelings. Recognizing guilt tripping requires emotional awareness. Ask yourself if the guilt is justified or if it's being manufactured to serve someone else's agenda. Responding assertively and setting boundaries can neutralize this tactic, ensuring that your choices align with your values rather than external pressures. Isolation is often used to cut you off from support systems. Are you a target? Manipulators often isolate their targets to gain greater control over them. This can involve discouraging relationships with friends and family, sowing mistrust, or creating dependence on the manipulator for emotional or financial support. For example, a partner might say, "Your friends don't really care about you like I do," planting seeds of doubt about your social connections. Over time, this isolation can make it difficult to seek help or recognize manipulation. Combat isolation by maintaining a strong network of trusted relationships. Regularly check in with loved ones and resist attempts to alienate you from your support system. Isolation thrives on secrecy, so opening up about your experiences can help break its hold. Do you feel someone is using your weaknesses against you? Exploiting vulnerabilities is a classic manipulation tactic. Dark psychology often targets personal vulnerabilities, such as insecurities, fears, or past traumas to gain influence. Manipulators study their targets carefully, identifying areas where they can exert pressure to achieve their goals. For instance, a manipulator may exploit financial struggles by offering seemingly generous help, only to use it as leverage later. Alternatively, they might use knowledge of past mistakes to induce guilt or shame. This creates a cycle of dependence where the victim feels beholden to the manipulator. To tackle this, focus on self-awareness. Recognize your vulnerabilities and work on addressing them independently or with trusted support. Transparency about your challenges with those you trust can reduce the power manipulators have over you. Building self-confidence and resilience makes you less susceptible to such tactics. Have you encountered someone who always seemed to play the victim? It could be a manipulation strategy. Playing the victim involves manipulating others by portraying oneself as helpless or unfairly treated. This tactic draws sympathy and deflects accountability, often shifting the focus away from the manipulator's actions. For example, someone might say, "You don't understand how hard my life is," to excuse bad behavior or gain favors. This tactic relies on emotional manipulation, as most people are naturally inclined to help those in distress. To counter this, look for inconsistencies in their story or patterns of recurring victimhood. While offering support is important, avoid enabling toxic behavior. Encourage problem solving and accountability rather than indulging in endless sympathy. Not all compliments are genuine. Some are tools for manipulation. Compliments, when used manipulatively, can create a false sense of trust or obligation. This tactic, known as love bombing, involves overwhelming someone with praise and affection to lower their guard. Once trust is established, the manipulator can introduce demands or exploit the relationship. For instance, a boss might excessively praise an employee, only to request extra unpaid work later. Similarly, in personal relationships, a partner might use flattery to mask red flags or control the narrative. To protect yourself, evaluate the context and consistency of compliments. Genuine praise aligns with actions, while manipulative compliments often come with strings attached. Trust your instincts and don't let flattery cloud your judgment. How do you protect yourself from dark psychology? The answer lies in setting boundaries. Boundaries are your first line of defense against manipulation. They define what you are willing to tolerate in relationships, whether personal or professional. Manipulators often test boundaries, looking for weaknesses to exploit. For instance, they might repeatedly push small limits, like asking for minor favors before escalating their demands. If boundaries are unclear or inconsistent, it becomes easier for them to gain control. To set effective boundaries, be clear, assertive, and consistent. Communicate your limits openly and don't hesitate to enforce them. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who respect your boundaries and provide a safe environment. By maintaining strong boundaries, you not only protect yourself from manipulation, but also foster healthier and more authentic relationships. Understanding dark psychology isn't just about recognizing manipulation, it's about taking back control. By learning these tactics and strategies, you can protect yourself and thrive in your relationships and professional life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need it. Stay informed and stay empowered.